I've gathered my bits and pieces together. I have gone ahead and I have prepped and die cut quite a lot of the items that we need. There's one or two things I still need to do. As you saw previously, oh, let's grab these out. I used the lantern base, and I've made a four-sided lantern. I've also done mine so it doesn't fully close at the top, so I've got a little bit more opening room. So what I've done so far is I've done 3 of the sides already, and I've added on some of my decoration, and I've die cut various things. Now, I've got the panel already cut, which is this panel here, and I've got a piece of the decorative paper ready to go as well. The decorative paper is, a couple of millimetres slightly smaller on all the sides based on the fold lines. And what I want to do is I want to stick this down, and then I want to die cut out the panel. And I'm going to use that die, and I'm going to die cut the panel. Now, when you put this through your die cutting machine, what you'll see with the decorative paper, I don't know if it has got a beautiful emboss in it, and it's quite a detailed emboss and a heavy one, which means it stands quite proud. When you run that through your embossing machine, what will end up happening is, I don't know, it will slightly flatten out the design. I don't know if that can see. So if you can see from the top one there, it's got quite a lot of the bobbles through because it's one layer, but because I've stuck it down to another piece of card and then put it through my machine before cutting out my aperture, it's actually forced or pushed back some of that embossing. So what we'll do first of all is I'm just going to glue this bit to one side. Now I've cut a piece of acetate as well, roughly the same side, and that's going to go on the reverse. So once I've cut the aperture out, I've cut a decorative panel in the glitter card that we get, and also I've cut a decorative panel in the white. Now I'm using the Craft Perfect white card as my added extra for this. And so the decorative panel, I've just cut some. Let's get one here, as you can see. So I need to cut this out, and I need to add my decorative panel to there, so that will add to my die cutting list. And then what I do need to do is I need to cut out another part of the decorative triangle, so that's going on there, and that's the die cutting I've got left to do. So I'm going to move all my bits to one side, and let's get the machine in. Right, that's the bulk of my die cutting done. I'm just going to move all these dies out of the way and bring in my elements that I've die cut. So that's the paper that we were talking about, and I've stuck it down. And as I said before, it just takes away some of the raised elements of it. But that's fine, because it'll still work and do exactly as we want it to do. So I'm just going to glue some of the bits in place. So I've got my different parts of the decoration, and on the inside it's actually flat. If the mess like that bothers you, you could cut another layer of card, another aperture piece, and go over it. So for example, I could cut another piece and go over, which then hides all the workings. It's up to you how you feel about it. Now we've got the tabs here, which when we fold and join up together, she says, if I crease this, it would have been a better idea. There we go. So when we join them up together, it makes the shape as we've seen. But I didn't know when I was coming up with the idea whether I actually wanted it to be loose, so I could actually keep the box open and actually, sorry about that, that's my dog now having a shake, whether I could keep the box open, so when I opened it all up, I then had a bigger space to get into rather than a smaller opening. But that's your choice. So I'm going to cut those away. You could Right, onto the decoration. I've used the Seize the Day collection, Day at Sea celebration frame, and I've die cut it from scraps of bits of card, you can see here, and I've coloured them all in my markers, and I've just coloured in random bits that I thought would suit my actual frame, and they're going to sit going round in different locations on my frame, and I'm going to add the decoration as I go, as you can see.